So Apple One's available, and it arrived a little bit under the radar. And in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what Apple One is and why you should maybe consider or not consider it. So be sure to watch to the end to find out a little bit more about Apple One and make an informed decision about whether or not you're going to subscribe to it. So first up, what is Apple One? So for anybody who's been following Apple over the recent years, they'll know that Apple's been pushing hard to get into the subscription service. We've got things like iCloud, Apple TV, Apple Arcade, Apple Music. We've got subscription services from Apple coming out of our ears. So Apple One unifies all of that and gives us a bundle subscription service, and there's 3 of those available. So right off the bat, these subscription bundles are perfect for those customers who've already got a number of different Apple subscription services and just wants to get them all bundled together to either lower your bills or share it with your family. So the entry package for Apple One is the individual package, and that starts at $14.95 a month. Now this package includes Apple Music, Apple TV, Apple Arcade, and 50GB of iCloud storage. Now, when you look at it, it's actually a pretty appealing package if you're using those services. The only real limitation of this one, in my opinion, is the 50GB of iCloud storage. At this point, if you're subscribing to iCloud, you really want to be having at least 200GB of storage, because otherwise you're just not going to be backing up even your main device, which just gets a bit of a pain. The next package available for Apple One is the family package, and that's $19.95 a month, and that includes Apple Music, Apple TV, Apple Arcade, and 200GB of iCloud storage. But the big winner of this one is you can share it with up to 5 different family members. So the real benefit of this package is being able to share it with those who've already registered with you and your Apple family. So for example, set up an iCloud with my family subscriptions. I've got my wife, I've got my brother, I've got my dad, and I've got my mum. So being able to share all of those packages and all of those subscription services with them for that one package is actually really appealing. So that's where this sort of thing really starts to make sense for a lot of people. So your last and your final package in Apple One is the Premier package. Now this one includes Apple Music, Apple TV, Arcade, 2TB of iCloud storage, Apple News, and Apple Fitness Plus. Now that last one, Apple Fitness Plus, isn't launching until later this year, and it seems a little bit odd that they haven't launched that at the same time as Apple One, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. The other packages there are pretty fantastic, and this one starts at $29.95 a month, and again, you can share this with up to 5 different family members on your iCloud account. The 2TB storage on this one is great, and you share it across your whole family. Now just bear in mind that you're sharing the actual storage allocation, you're not sharing all the different files. So for any of you who are a little bit concerned about having everything uploaded there and having somebody else in your family group being able to access your files, don't worry about that. You share the capacity, not what's actually being stored. Another neat thing to really consider with this is, for a long time now, people have been complaining that you can't get more than 2TB of iCloud storage. With this, you can subscribe to the Apple One Premier package, and you can also increase your storage by subscribing to iCloud storage as well. So you can have a maximum 4TB of iCloud storage. It's a bit of an expensive way of doing it, but if you're already looking at one of these Apple One packages and sharing that data, then you know what, this could be a subscription service for you, along with the iCloud storage increase as well. Just a nifty little hack. So I suppose the real question is this sort of bundle service worth it? And that's going to vary from person to person. So for me, for example, I'm spending just shy of £25 per month for my Apple subscriptions, and that includes Apple Music Family Package, which I'm sharing with my family group. It includes 2TB of iCloud storage, which is just shy of, I think, about £7, and then 200GB of storage for my wife as well. So for an extra £4.95 a month, I'd also be able to get Apple News, Apple Arcade, and Apple Fitness Plus once it launches. And the question is it worth it? As of right now, personally, I'm on the fence about it, and I'll probably make my decision once Apple Fitness Plus launches. I definitely want to do a deep dive into that to see how it performs, and we'll be having a review as well, so be sure to hit the subscribe button. But as I said earlier, it seems a little bit odd that Fitness Plus didn't launch at the same time as Apple One, just because it was one of the big things that Apple shouted about, and it's their new subscription service. And at this time of lockdown and people not being able to go to the gym, it kind of seems like the thing that would really rope people in and get them hooked into something like Apple One. We have no firm date for when it's coming, but it's meant to be later this year. But it must have been quite delayed for it not to launch at the same time as this, so only time will tell. If Apple Fitness Plus turns out to be a service worthwhile having, then the Premier package for myself would definitely work out worthwhile. It would save me money rather than having everything in separate subscription models, and being able to share absolutely everything there with my family group would really come in handy. So there are a couple of other little need to knows on there as well that I've looked into just to find out a little bit more about. First up, all of your services will be prorated. So if you're already paying for something like Apple Music, when you subscribe to Apple One, that'll all be prorated and Apple will work it out, so you won't end up doubling up. So for example, if you've just started paying for your Apple Music subscription for the month, you won't have to pay for a full month of Apple One subscription. Apple will work it all out in the background and you won't be overcharged, which is a nice to know. So another interesting little need to know is if you have multiple devices and you're running something like on Android, or if you're using Apple Music on Windows, or if one of your family group aren't using an iPhone, for example, they'll still be able to access the subscriptions that are available on other platforms. So all of these subscription services that you're getting as part of Apple One will be available on whatever platform they're available on. So for example, Apple Music is on Android, you can get it on Windows as well. You'll be able to use this service with those devices, which is just something I didn't really think of until I started looking through the FAQs and finding out a little bit more about it. So another nice little need to know. Users will also be eligible for a free trial of this, so you can get 1 month free for any of the subscriptions you've not already paid for. So new users can also get a month free of this, so you can try it out, see if it works out worthwhile for you, and just find out, are you going to take advantage of a lot of those services? One final thing to note is, at the moment, Apple are offering a lot of free trials. So for example, I have Apple TV available now until February because they've extended my free trial when I bought an Apple device. So there are a lot of people out there who are currently on things like Apple TV subscription services, Apple Music free trials as well. Obviously, Apple Fitness will be on I think it's a 3-month free trial for anybody who buys an Apple Watch. So there's a lot of people who are already getting a lot of these services free of charge on a free trial. So until they kind of all expire, it's probably worthwhile just hanging fire. And then if you do like those services, then look at the Apple One subscription model. You don't want to end up subscribing to this, paying for it, and then losing out on any of those free trials, which would then bump up your overall monthly cost, which could be a bit of a pain. So another thing just worthwhile taking into consideration. So it's finally here. We have Apple One, and you can now subscribe to get everything in one big bundle. And it makes a lot of sense. Like I said, Apple are making a massive play to get into the subscription services, and they have a lot to offer. A lot of those subscription services just seem to be trying to take off. We have things like Apple Arcade and Apple News, and for me personally, I don't see a massive amount of value in those, but if I get it included in that Premier package, it's definitely something I'd start to use a lot more. And fingers crossed, as more users start to go into that bundle subscription and start using things like Apple Arcade or Apple News that they otherwise probably wouldn't have touched, those platforms will continue to grow, and the value of this sort of proposition and package will grow with it as well. So let us know in the comments, are you going to be subscribing to any of the Apple One packages? And if so, why? And if not, let us know as well. I hope this video has helped, and if you've got any questions you'd like us to look into, let us know in the comments. Also, whilst you're here, be sure to hit the subscribe button because it really helps the channel to grow, and we're going to have even more awesome content coming up in the future. Stay safe in the meantime, and we'll be back shortly with some more videos. Ta-ra for now. Bye.